The Department of Child Protective Services has become a protected empire.
Hey guys, you just heard that. If you didn't hear it, sometimes the audio messes up on TikTok. The lady was basically saying that the Child Protective Services is a protected empire. Now let me explain. Me personally didn't experience this, but an associate of mine, I'm gonna say associate just in case, I don't know what's going on with this stuff and all this government stuff happening, but an associate of mine used to work for CPS and she worked for the family court. What I'm about to tell you, now listen, if you're watching this, please just bear with me, listen to it. I don't care if you're sensitive, raised by a single mother, you're emotional, just watch the whole thing. Listen to what I got to tell you, even though you're not going to believe it because most of you guys don't care about facts. You believe in all kind of crazy, weird stuff today that biology doesn't. Let's just get to the point. Okay, check it out. So this person worked for CPS first, right? And, family court, they worked for both of them. They really believed in the system, that the system is to help us. The system is better us. They want to help the children. They want to build the family up. They want to lead us to success. And she was smart enough, I said that, but they were smart enough for them to stay in the program. I'm going to say program because it's basically some program and stuff. I say program for over 3 years to work their way up. Still from around the time, you didn't know people working still, right? So she saw multiple cases of men and women dealing with issues, right? But most time when they have to do with cases, it was because the mothers were either drug addicts, smoke weed, crystal meth, heroin, strippers, twerkers, things like that. And they was doing stuff, so they had to go to the house, right? So she was with someone before, right? She went to go check on someone's house. They went to the house. The child's bed was on the floor. They were sleeping on a mattress on the floor. And sometimes they would sleep on the bed with the mother. All of them sleep on the bed with the mother. And the mother had other children too. Of course, no fathers around, right? The lady would laugh and talk with her, have a good time. Oh, yeah, this and that. Take pictures of the fridge. And the fridge didn't have bullshit in it. They had McDonald's, microwavable food, hot dogs, chili dogs in there, shit like that. Like, that's not real food. Just bullshit, right? So they went to the father's house because the father wanted to get the kids, believe they wanted in a safe environment. Oh, in that same neighborhood where the mother lived, gang members, people outside, walking around all day smoking weed, people outside the store, just losers, right? They went to the dad's place. He had a nice apartment over there. It was quiet. He had a separate room for his child. He had a bed for him. He had everything. It's a nice room for the child. That lady said, and they had toys on the bed. The lady said, you can't have those toys on the bed. That right there is a hazard for the child. Remember, she's laughing and giggling with the other lady, that single mom, all these kids around. Tells the father, that's a hazard for the child in their bed. They have toys in the bed. Right? Then tells him about his food. Do you have enough nutrients? This guy's in a nice house. The only food he had, I guess because, I don't know, the food he had in there was vegetables. He had fruit juice in there. Maybe he had some bullcrap stuff, but like the bullcrap stuff was like what's those meals that come in that supply thing, but it's like healthy meals. It is natural stuff, like, no preservatives, no MSG, but it's for preppers and stuff, the prepper meal stuff, right? He had those. So she gave the man hell on that, and then they walked out the property. And she looked at her like, why you talk to that man like that? He had stuff together, good dude. She was like, and all the lady told her, gave her, like a disrespectful, like, why you talking to me about that? Like, you don't know what's even happening, right? So they drove back to the office, right? And during that time, because, they wasn't talking, she didn't have time to be playing with this lady. She was getting mad with the lady in the car, right? She go talk to the main guy, the head of the guy. I'm not talking about no supervisor. I'm talking about this guy's the head of this. He's been in there for like 20 years, right? It tells him, hey, look, I want to talk about this case with the mother. I think the fathers are reasonable adults. So about the case and everything, right? Sorry, if I got missed, I had to stop the video. I got a call. But, so the boss took her in the office, closed the door, locked the blinds up, and said, okay, know what you got to say? Why I think the father, he's a good, responsible parent. It should go to him. And while she's talking, he's looking at her, started smiling at her, right? This is the real situation, but I'm not making this shit up. Me, when I heard this shit, didn't sound real, but the person, how they are, they're really good. They're a really good person. They really believe in that. The humankind, society, and the government really want to help you so much because she didn't know any better. So he smiles. He says, Look here, listen to you. Look here, let me tell you something. This is a system. We need clients. We need a revolving door. You're telling me stuff I don't want to hear. You're telling me that this environment for this child is going to get him out of our system. No CPS. We sell data, even though I'm going to get to that. This is CPS, right? So you're stopping a way for us to make money because you're saying that once we send this child to the father home, the case is going to get closed because there's nothing to report. There's no weed, there's no smoking, there's no guys back and forth at the door, there's no hurt the club, no twerking. There's no money they can keep making to visit the child and make sure they're okay. If they really give a shit, though. They don't give a shit. Different men back and forth in the house, probably touching the kids, molesting them, all kind of stuff, right? But in the dad house, that probably won't be happening at all. That's a fact. So, yeah, right? So you're telling me that once I take that kid to the father's house and we nothing to report, because nothing there really bad, our case is closed. We're missing out on money. This is a company. This is the company. Because she's been there for so many years. 3 years is a long time to me personally, but I guess people, she was an active person. You guys know how they sell data? Your cell phone data, you click an ad and you're like, oh man, that don't mean that. They sell data and they want to know my history. That shit sells for money. Guess what CPS and the family court do? When they say it's a pipeline to prison, that's a real thing. They use their data, their numbers of the kids that's up in these single mom homes to know what's coming to their prisons. Do you know they're building bigger prisons and making more space for a reason? Not because population they're getting ready for these new kids coming in. The database shows single mothers raise 86% of prison inmates, 92% of gang members, 95% of rapists and murderers. Do you understand this? So the system will continue to give the child to the mother and know it leads to failure. Because the system is not for the child. The system is for money. The system is confusion, corruption. Why would I put a kid in society to do better, to not be confused, and I don't get paid? Prisons gotta eat. Funeral homes gotta eat. Welfare system, we gotta eat. The government only eats off when you are dependent on them. So we're going to make sure to them they're strong, they're independent, we help them. We're going to make sure that we're with them, number one. We're going to make sure that every time the child, just look this stuff up, guys. Google single mom statistics and Google single father statistics. There's a huge difference. And then Google a two-parent household. You'll notice that. Why? Just think. If you know these numbers, the government knows these numbers. Why do you continue to give the kids to their mother? All that nurturing and all that shit is that's not even today. That's way back in the 20s. That shit is over. Women too worried about their new boyfriend, the new BMW, twerking, singing the Cardi, makeup. They worry about that more than their child. The productivity of their child. They will buy their kids Jordans before they buy them a book. They will buy them kids a new chain, some clothes to look good before they buy them a learning device. Not talking about a cell phone, talking about something like kids buy something on a computer that they can learn. ABC Mouse. They will pay for Netflix for them to watch than pay for ABC Mouse. Fathers are more reactive with their children. Little girls who come from father homes, what do you don't hear when they had their daddy? Oh, I was touched, I was molested, I was taken aback. You don't hear that. That's rare. For every case of one raised by their father, I'm talking about a good father, not a dude sagging his pants, he grown man, got no job, got a felony record. A good father. For one case you can show me of a kid getting molested or raped or he a gang member, I can show you 10,000 of single mom raised kids destroying their environment. And the family court love it because you keep the money rolling. You keep the door revolving. And that's what these workers won't tell you. Shit is crazy, man.